Hello. It was 2001. I think I was 43 years old. I'm 60. I'm about to be 66 now. So that was some time ago. I remember thinking to myself, is this all there is? Is this all there is to my life? I was, oh, I was making like $9 an hour. I was working for an office supply store. I was selling computers, printers, cameras, paper, plans. I'm doing a really good job, but I'm making $9 an hour at the age of 43, working not 40 hours a week, which would have still been bad. I was working 33 hours a week. Do the math. 33 hours a week times $9. Multiply that by 33. Multiply that by 4. Take out taxes plus O over $15,100 in back child support arrearage. Why did I owe so much in arrearage? Because I listened to my ex-wife, who I love deeply, who convinced me, and I listened because love will make you do some crazy things, sometimes. It did for me. She said that she would not marry me if I was still in the military. And she was studying to be a Jehovah's Witness. I didn't know that Jehovah's Witnesses didn't do the military. I was spiritually sick. I was lacking, I felt. I needed something. And I don't know if I needed Jehovah's Witnesses, but I felt I needed something. So what did I do? Because I love my wife, I got out of the military. 17 years, 4 months, I gave it all up. I left it all. Plus, I was told that I had a low sperm count. Side note, with that low sperm count, I had 2 additional children who are now adults, who both graduated from university. Side note. So, don't believe everything you're told, So anyway, for 5 years, I was a Jehovah's Witness. For 5 years, I knocked on doors. For 5 years, I did the unthinkable. Fortunately, I came to my senses. Nobody got me to my senses. I came to my senses, and I decided I needed something different. I decided that $9 an hour was not enough money for me, was not enough money for a family of 1, 2, 3, 4, counting myself, a family of 4 to survive. No, it wasn't. So I decided to go back in the Army. Brothers came to my house trying to talk me into not going back in the Army. To the brothers, I said, y'all got to get out of my house. I'm done. I'm going back in. And I went back in. I'm grateful to my mentor, Robert Hollis, because in my mind, I was thinking like, how am I gonna make 6 figures? Forget about making $1 million. Forget about making millions of dollars. How am I gonna just make 6 figures a year? How am I gonna do that? And I had a girlfriend at the time because my ex-wife, well, she became my ex-wife, and I got a girlfriend who told me, I don't know, I've never been with nobody that didn't have a job. I don't believe in you not having a job. To not have a job is ignorant. And she had a job, I had a job, but I still wasn't making 6 figures. Anyway, we broke up. She went her way, and I went my way. And then I went back in the Army at the age of 47, which I was told that was going to be an impossibility. But I got back in anyway because I went back in. I had prior service, and I went back in on 2 waivers, and they got me back in. So I got back in, and then 4 years later, it was time for me to retire. I could retire. Wow. And when I retired, to do the VA, I put in for VA, you put in for your disability, or you put in for this or whatever. Anyway, I got my pension. Over $2,900 a month. It's not too shabby, Then they turned around within a year. They gave me 100%. That's $38.23 plus change. Wow. My ex-wife, she told me, she said, with what you've done, you probably can get Social Security disability. I said to her, I balked at that. I said, that's not possible. But anyway, I went to the court with my attorney, and guess what? They gave me Social Security disability. Today, that's an additional $1,850 a month. If you're adding up everything, you multiply that by 12, you find out that that's over 6 figures a year. I wasn't yet married to my queen. And if you add in $1,250 a month from my queen, she makes far more than that. That puts me over the $120,000 a year mark. That's easily 6 figures a year, easily $10,000 a month, easily. I was doing it wrong. I thought I had to do all of this stuff, and I had to become a part of My Daily Choice, and then do all of this stuff, and I was doing it backwards. It was when I decided to go ahead and be giving, be receptive, that I was able to have my caregiver, our caregiver, move into my home. He moved into my home with his pregnant wife and his 4-year-old child. And his pregnant wife gave birth to another child. And I pay for that without any problem. And I pay rent. And I pay a car note. Fortunately, because my wife cannot drive now, as you know, she's had 3 heart attacks, 4 strokes, has a pacemaker. She's still with us, but she doesn't drive. But because I did so much, because we underwent so much, I received so much. We receive so much. So now today, I still look at My Daily Choice. I make a little money from My Daily Choice. My plan is to make more. My plan is to get more subscribers. My plan is to eventually make $1 million a month, if not very much more, because I had it backwards. I needed to reverse things. I needed to take care of folks. I needed to look after people. I needed to put other people before myself. It was not about me or my Facebook profile. It was about my queen. It's about my caregiver. It's about his wife, his daughter. That's what it's about. It was about me listening to Robert Hollis, him telling me I needed to have my caregiver watch a quick Steps to Success video, get on a Zoom with him, he do all the talking, me zip my lip, and that I will be able to maintain. Today, I still look at My Daily Choice as a viable subscription-based option, but I don't need, as I thought, I don't need it. It'd be nice to have it, but I don't need it because I make six figures without it. Now I'm a part of a group called the Imaginators. I imagine, to myself, I imagine what is possible. I imagine my wife walking again. I imagine making $1 million a year. I imagine having millions of subscribers. I imagine what can be as an imaginator. I look at what I can do. What I can't do, I will soon be able to do. I will pay attention to people like Robert Hollis, people like Craig Jackman, people like Matthew Hollis. These people are imaginators. Craig, who is a brilliant actor, conversationalist, facilitator, he once even orchestrated and was the host of our wedding. And I've thanked him. Thank you so much, Craig, for what you've done. I wholeheartedly believe in you. Thank you, Robert, for what you've done. Thank you, Matthew, for opening my mind to the plausibility of AI and other platforms and other software and other things that'll make us so strong. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do this video to basically usher in being an imaginator. Imagining much. Have a good one.